G'day, hi and welcome. It is frost. I thought it was just dew. It's not dew, it's frost. Yeah. Oh well. Gauging silver pellet. T-minus 1 day till road trip, I guess. I'm probably gonna go do my Christmas shopping. It's Black Friday on Friday and tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, squeal of doom, here we go. And I'm like, well, I just don't want to deal with the people as much. So I'm sure there'd be a lot of stuff already out on sale that'd be good enough for me. So. Gotta tighten that down tighter. Squeaky. I guess I can turn that up. Better not just roll right out onto the highway there. I can't see if anybody's coming. Hope not. And I got brakes. I mean, who can't see a gray car with the lights off, you know, in the fog? Like, come on, open your eyes. Oh, squeak of doom. I don't know if this is my last day of the week. The tree job yesterday, I didn't finish it all yesterday. I thought for sure I was going to finish it all yesterday. I've almost finished it all, but well, what slows you down, the cutting part is like, well, let's put it to you this way. Both saws, I didn't even burn a full tank of gas in each saw. Way back there. And very tricky cut, very tricky cutting. Lots of laddering, so I'm a little bit soggy today from the ladder. Not from the chainsaws. I love that 400, guys. I just love that 400. But the big one is, the big takeaway is, warm up my fingers, is, like, you spend more time moving branches, moving the ladder, tying off, you know, all that stuff than you do actually cutting, right? If you could just, everything was set up in the way and you could just cut and cut and cut, yeah, you'd probably be done in about half an hour, 45 minutes, you know what I mean? But that said, you know, it's a lot of moving stuff around, but a great saw to work with. Ah, man, it's so good. Got a big ass truck behind me. Hurry up, man. I'm like, hey, my finger's up here. You will obey my slow driving until my fingers are warmed up. Besides, probably going to pass me soon as I get to the top of the hill anyway. But yeah, it's like, you guys would have really liked to probably have seen, I was going to film a bit, but like I'm very conscientious about filming at people's places, right? Like leaving the driveway is one thing, but like, you know, like people might, you know, they're paying me to work, right? Well, that's a nice trailer. Actually got on top. Oh, that's the roller, man. That's what I told Paul he's got to get on his trailer, because when we do branches and stuff, it's got one light brighter than the other. Weird. Oh, he's got a trailer light stuck on. I haven't seen that in a while. It's where, why it does that, I don't know, but it's usually either the light doesn't come on, or when your bulb's about to burn, one light stays on really bright. That's probably why it's about to burn, you know. But anyway, yeah, you guys would have liked seen how I cut that tree, though. Think of it like a mangly, twisted up Manitoba maple stuck in sideways like this, lodged into another Manitoba maple almost completely vertically, with the tops meeting at about probably 15-20 feet in the air. So yeah, there was a lot of ladder stuff, and I had to cut, there was about 3 major prongs coming out of it, branches wise, so I had to cut the idea was to cut it so that the main trunk could roll when I get it on the ground. Make life easier for myself. So I didn't fall the main trunk yet. That's the last part to do. But what I did was I was able to dislodge the tree with a crowbar once I got enough cut off of it. So I'm like, 20 feet in the air or whatever it is on the ladder. I put, go down the ladder, drop off the chainsaw, come back up with the crowbar, and I was able to slide it off enough and put a rope on it. So I figured one good yank, if I'm lucky, the thing will come right down and it's still attached to the other tree. And I was hoping that even if it stays off the ground that much, then I can just go blip, blip, blip. Like there'd be no tension on it. Cut it really easy, right? So I gave it a good pull with the rope, and sure enough, it got snagged. It dropped about 10 feet, which was good, but I needed to drop about another 6-7 feet more to put it right where I want it. Got a big log truck behind me, and it got snagged. So I got to cut one more piece to unsnag it. So it's like, okay, well, everything went well. Most of my cutting yesterday was with the Tree Piranha, the 162. I gotta tell you guys, that little saw it's beast. It's not it's a little bit bulkier and heavier than Mini Beast was, but it's so light it doesn't matter. Like, you can hold the thing with your arms stretched straight out with it. You can almost cut with one hand with it. Like if it was a top handle, you'd be able to cut with one hand with it. But I know what my next saw is going to be. It might not be the 661. It might be, well, it depends on the jobs, right? It's probably going to be a pole arm saw. That would save me running up and down the ladder. Like, I'm more sore from running up and down the ladders than my chainsaws. Like, my arms and elbows and all that and back are fine, but my knees are like, and calves are like kind of rubbery. Like, when I have a ladder day like that, it's kind of funny when I go to play my drums. It's like, like there's no coordination in my feet whatsoever. It's like they're just like sponges. Yeah, but the cool part is that it was a tricky job, and it's like doing that without pinching your bars. Like, I sort of didn't pinch the bar, but I almost pinched the bar on the little saw a few times because I got a little gung-ho with the clearing the branches. So it was nothing major, but like on the big stuff, you definitely don't want to pinch your bar, right? So I do want to have a spare bar as a rescue bar for sure for my big saw. Oh, is that the schoolie bus? Yeah, that's the schoolie bus. So it's like right here at the Twin Lakes, it's usually so foggy in the morning. It's not bad today, but there's some mornings there. I remember when I was going to school there, you go about a half an hour earlier and you can't see till you get to about this side. It's just complete whiteout. Yeah, so, but the thing is that it was a tricky tree to do. I'm almost done it. It's just that one last, but we're not sure what we're going to do with that piece because strangely enough, it's actually fairly straight for a Manitoba maple. Like, it's plus there was the corkscrewing trunk on the other one that it's lodged in. I wanted to show you that just so you can see what I mean when you cut Manitoba maples. Like, you almost forget how to cut down a normal tree after you work with those things, because everything is a weird tension on it, right? Everything's twizzled and twisted and leaning and whatever. And I mean, I'm cutting stuff that's almost completely horizontal, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's not a big deal once you know what to do, but it does slow things down. So tree cleanup, I would say the 400 is an awesome tree cleanup saw. The 400.1, I starting to see those things come out on some of the chainsaw channels and stuff like that, and seeing what the differences are. That'd be a cool second mid-size saw. It really would, but I really don't know if I need to buy anything smaller than the 400. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to see the comparisons between the 400.1 and the 400. Like, I think they're going to be so close with the 400 being slightly more torque and power. Well, actually, it might have more horsepower, but slightly less torque. So that means the other saw probably doesn't rev as high. And then you've got, I guess I better start laying off the gas here, because I'm gonna run into the church. Like if somebody was driving along and they didn't know this highway, and they missed this side, and they missed that side, yeah, they would be very, very, it has happened where people have crashed in the church at the end here, and it happened more than a few times. Like people just think it's just the highway considering on. It always happens in the morning, so it must be because of but like they're doing 80 kilometers an hour and they're here. So by the time they've braked, they've hit the church. I'm sure that guy could see me in the fog. my gray little car with no lights on in the fog. I could just turn the lights on, but what, it is what it is, right?